Good morning. My name is Thurman Greco, and the name of this show is Let's Live with Thurman Greco. And we are doing a series of canine massage classes specifically for YouTube, because there are millions of people in this country who own animals. And whether you own a dog or a cat or a parakeet or a lizard or a snake, whatever you have, your pet will respond to massage. Whenever the first time, now this dog has named Kate, and she lives in Saugerties, New York. And the owner, she is actually the owner. The human that she cares for is a woman who has spent a good bit of her life with dogs in training capacities. We've done show, we have done agility, we've done rally. She's done, the human has done many, many things. But Kate's job is to take care of her human. And there's a certain amount of stress that goes with this. Every animal that you have needs massage. And one of the reasons that they need massage is because they become part of the family. And you may unknowingly give them a job to do, or if you do not give them a job to do, they may discover that they have a job to do. And so with that job comes a certain amount of stress. And so I recommend across the board one massage a week. But you know, once you learn to give your pet massage and your pet realizes what it is that you have learned to do, it doesn't take that much time. They'll come up to you and they'll offer a shoulder, or maybe they'll offer a rear leg or their neck. I know that my Chihuahua will come up and he wants his neck massage because he has arthritis of the neck. So, you know, that only takes 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. But we're going to go through this entire massage routine so that you will learn how to give your pet a full body massage. And one of the things that we learn is that when you give your pet a massage, it's a really good idea to make sure that your pet is not hungry, is not thirsty, doesn't have to go to the bathroom. Make sure that he or she is comfortable. That's the bottom line. And then you try to have your pet in pretty much the same place each week. One of the things I do is when I'm giving full body massage regularly to an animal, I try to have it on the table, and we have a cloth, we have a pad, we have a mattress, which is comfortable, and it's the same every time. And I also recommend healing music, quiet healing music, so that when your pet sees the location being gathered, in other words, when they see you gather the sheet and gather the mattress pad and put together the music and assemble all the parts, they will eventually know this is when I'm going to get my massage, and they're ready for it. And so one of the things I do in giving an animal massage is I try to give them a specific intention for receiving a massage. And what I do is I breathe deeply. I know, she's saying, listen, what's going on here? So you're going to start with the head, and you're going to go working as you give the massage. You're going to go across the body, and then you're going to go down to the tail and to the final plume. So, and the reason you do this, or this is what I was taught. I was taught that the reason we do this is because a dog's coat or hair, because not all breeds have coats, begins and grows in a certain direction. And when you want to relax this pet, you're going to offer massage in that direction. And when I teach non-therapeutic massage, because a lot of time there are a lot of people who, when they get their dogs in the show ring or the agility ring, they want to learn to give their pet what we call a warm-up massage. And when you do that, you'll go in the other direction, which will excite your pet and get it ready for the event. So what we do is we're going to start with that face, and we are going to just gently go with our hands all the way down to the end of the body, and then we're going to pull the plume up like this. And of course, not all dogs have a plume, and not all dogs have a tail, because there was a time when a lot of dogs' tails and ears were cropped. So if there ever was a tail, but is not now, I suggest that you massage the shadow tail, because energetically it is still there. So we're going to start with the face, and we're going to go in little dime-sized circles all around the face and head. And that includes working under the eyes and working on the nose and the throat as well. And when you go around the eyes and when you go along the forehead, you're going to go in little circles. You're going to go all over the head until you finally get down to the occipital ridge, which is the end where the scalp ends. And you're going to work on this. Now you notice Kate is still nervous. She's breathing, her tongue is hanging out. She's still nervous. She says, I'm in a new place. I've never been here before, and I've already met 2 dogs I never met before, and there's humans I've never met before, and so I'm a little bit excited. And this is what happens when you give your pet the first massage. I call it, it's the craziness hour, but they do get it together. They may not quite know what's happening now, but the next time you get ready to give them a massage, they're going to know what has happened before, and they're going to know what is going to happen. And when you give your pet massage, I'm going to be offering these classes on YouTube periodically. The first one was with my Chihuahua Taco. Pull up the first one on YouTube, and there you have the instructions. You can play the YouTube on your computer or on your phone or whatever, and you can follow the instructions exactly. And then each time that you work on your pet, if you want to do them as an example, you can go up to YouTube and you can find, because I plan to do many more animals. So we're going to go along the front part here. We're doing the scalp. Now, one thing I do want to tell you is I go along the mouth. And when I do that, and notice she's a little sensitive about that. She says, I don't know about this mouth stuff. You are offering you're offering blood, actually. You're stimulating blood to go around the mouth, which is good. It's healing. You're bringing healing. So, and then we're going to get the throat. We're going to go along the throat. And we are going to do the ears. Now, the ears for me are just luscious. You do the ears with little dime-sized circles all around the ears. And if your dog is big, you're going to do one circle, one ear at a time, depending upon the size of the ears. But if it's little, like this, you can do both ears together. And when you have gone all around the ears in these little dime-sized circles, you're going to give long, luscious pulls to the ears. And we have a lot of nerve endings in the ears, so that when you offer massage to your pet's ears, you're actually offering healing to all of those nerve endings. And so this is a very, very healing thing you can do. If you want your pet to receive a healing or therapeutic massage and you don't really have the time, or you don't feel that you have the confidence for a full body massage, you can always just focus on the ears, because the animals love the ears. Now we are going to, after we have done this, we've done the head, we're going to go down here and do the throat and the thymus area. You know, we all have a thymus. Humans have a thymus, and your dogs and cats have thymus. Your birds have a thymus. And nobody's really quite sure what the thymus does. We do know that it doesn't grow with the animal. In other words, the thymus is a certain size when the pet is born or when we're born. And it doesn't really get that much bigger as we go through life, which tells me that the thymus was more important at birth and in infanthood or pethood, you know, when you have a puppy, than it is when the animal is older. And I also know that the thymus is a very emotional body part. So if you feel nervous, you can pat your thymus to kind of calm you down. And so we're going to pat her little thymus and see if we can. And did you notice when I backed away from her, she started making noise? So she was saying, now wait a minute, you're stopped and it's not time yet. So they will talk to you. Now you come around the neck and you go all around the neck. And then you find the shoulders. Now with a short-haired dog, and the next one that I give a massage to will be a short-haired dog. And I don't know if she's in the camera now, but we've got one that named Charlie that's kind of walking around and observing and supervising. You get the shoulder, and you can work the shoulder in circular motions, because you know our animals work their shoulders hard because they walk a lot. And sometimes animals have injured shoulders and injured knees, and we don't even know it, which is an interesting thing. When I ride down the street and I see people on the sidewalk walking their dogs, often, it's very common, I'll see a person walking a dog who has an injury. And you can tell because you can look at the gait. One leg isn't working like the other three are. And so, and the human doesn't know it because they're up there at the other end of the leash. And so, if you get a chance to work the shoulders in a circular motion, go for it. And you know, animals, dogs, cats, parakeets, snakes, frogs, I don't know, whatever, they all respond to massage much quicker than human beings do. And the reason for that is humans have got a lot of baggage and hang up. Animals realize that if somebody is paying attention to their shoulder, the animal goes right to the shoulder as well, mentally. And that, of course, offers a level of healing. With humans, it may take weekly massage for up to a year before a human will be comfortable enough with massage to even get into a healing mode. And you can see right away, I mean, she's already there. I'm working on her shoulders, and she's calm, and she's quiet, and she's having a good time. And, you know, now you're talking about me. You're doing other things. I'll stick out my tongue now. Now, one of the things you also want to do is you've got the shoulders. Go down the leg all the way down to the paw. Now, notice what her head did. Now, maybe she'll do it on this leg. We're going to go down the leg from the shoulder all the way down to the paw. Did you see that? She's very sensitive of her paws. And if you have an animal, if you have a pet who's very sensitive about their paws, then I suggest that you do this at every massage. Because after a while, they're going to get used to the fact that you're touching their, and she's looking at me saying, hey, try someplace else. Go somewhere else, old lady. So if you can get them accustomed to letting you handle their paws, you're not going to hurt them, you're only going to touch them lightly, then they will be more willing to allow you to handle their paws in the future. And there are reasons for you to need to handle your animal's paws. You need to handle the paws because you need to trim the nails. You need to handle the paws because there may be a rock or a sticker or some kind of debris stuck between the toes. And I know this really happens with animals that need to be groomed. Hair grows between the toes, and in the winter, ice rocks form. It can be very painful. And here is your animal with every step is painful because there's something stuck in there. And if you can't touch the paws, then you never find out whether your animal has a problem or not. And we're going back to I keep going back to the throat because that's where she gets calm, and that's where she gets quiet, and that's what she likes. And now we have done the shoulders. We're going to go back up to the shoulders. And now I'm going to do the spine. You start at the occipital ridge. That's the end of the skull. Look at that. Did you see the yawn? We call that an integration yawn. And that's because this animal is beginning to relax more than she wants to. She's beginning to become very calm, and she's thinking to herself, this is a new room, these are new people, there's all kinds of lights here, and new sniffs that I don't know anything about, and all of a sudden I have this desire to just roll over and go to sleep. And she's fighting it. So you'll see a yawn. You'll also see, and I hope we'll see this with her, what I call an integration shake, because it's important for pet owners to recognize the integration shake when you see it. And the integration shake, and we may not see it with her today. We may have to do 2 or 3 massages before she gets comfortable enough to give us an integration shake. But an integration shake is where the dog is actually integrating the work that you're doing and is absorbing it and is enjoying its healing. That means it's working. So now we're going to go back to the spine. We're going to go back to the vertebrae that are right up at the bottom of the occipital ridge, and we're going to very slowly and very lightly go down the spine, go down the vertebrae. Now, the last Chihuahua that I did is now on the YouTube. His name was Taco, and I got down here to the back end, to the hindquarters, and he wouldn't let me touch him. And I knew there was something wrong. And within a week, I realized that he had a very serious problem with his hindquarters. And you know that. Here was a dog. Your dogs will hide injuries and they will hide diseases. They will cover because they don't want you to know that they are sick. And he was really a very sick animal. Recently, I was teaching Reiki to a young man who had a dog. And whenever somebody comes to me to learn Reiki, if they have pets, we include the pets. That's just part of it. I attune the pets, I attune the human, and it's very important because then the pet goes back into the family, and if there's something wrong, if there's stress or illness or whatever in the family, you have this dog that has been, or cat, that has been attuned to Reiki and can offer the healing. So we got down to the back half of this dog, and he began to act like Taco did too. So I knew there were some issues with the hindquarters that the animal was not ready to reveal. And you know, you're getting really, really intimate with these guys. And a lot of times when you get ready to give them a massage, they say, wait a minute, I don't want you to know about this. You know about this, and I don't want you to know about this. So, there is a path that you travel with your pet. And if you want to know about your pet, want to know more about your pet, then you give them massage on a regular basis. Notice how she has turned her side over to me, and she's saying, listen, you can massage my tummy now. I'll let you give me some abdominal massage. This is from an animal that I have never massaged before, who is in a room that she's never been in before, surrounded by lights and other animals that she doesn't know, and she's revealing her abdomen. So this is a big deal. Yeah, this is a big deal. She says, listen, there's nothing wrong with my abdomen. You can just scratch my tummy all you want. Now, one of the things we're going to do, we're going to go back to the spine, because I was working the spine and working the vertebrae, and that was a way of saying, I really don't want you to spend so much time on the vertebrae. See, right here, we've got a little sensitive spot right here. And she doesn't necessarily want you to know about this spot right now. And sure enough, here she is in this room, and the secret is coming out. But it is true that when you give massage to your animals, you're going to know pretty much everything. So we're going down the spine, and I am going to, at this point, when we get to the end of the spine, now this is where a lot of animals are sore. So you have to be really careful. You don't want to hurt them. Did you see that? She sat down. She said, I do not want you to do the rotational things on my plume. Okay, we won't. We'll save that for some other time. So we're going to go back here, and we're going to go back here to the chest, and we're going to do this. Yeah, we're going to do this. And we're going to do this is good. Yeah, look at that. The mouth closed, the tongue went back in. This is the best part. You can tell when, listen, if you have never massaged anything in your life, a couple of sessions with your dog or cat, bunny, rabbit, I don't care, you're going to know when your animal is into relaxation. We're still holding a lot of secrets. We're still guarding. We don't necessarily want you to go around those hips yet. But this is good. This is okay. I have redeemed myself. She's all right now. Now, and we're still not going to do the plume. If you can, see, she doesn't even want me to touch the plume. Just don't even go there. Go back to the tummy. Forget the plume. And this is how companion animal massage is. When you first start working with your animal and your companion animal, it doesn't take an awful lot of time. It doesn't take years and years to learn to give the massage, and it doesn't take an awful lot of work. And one of the things, now did you hear that? You heard that snort? When they snort, she's not real happy with what I'm doing. When they snort, they're telling you, forget it. You're not the top of my list anymore. She really doesn't want me on the back half. And I'm respecting that totally. We do need to give a massage class, but we don't have to go on the behind quarters. If this model does not want the hindquarters touched, I'm respecting it, because this is, after all, a very important part of your family. Yeah, that's true. Now, one thing I am going to suggest to everybody is at least every couple of weeks, even if all you get is your animal shows up and gives you a shoulder and you get to massage the shoulder and then it walks away. That's fine. That's your pet massage for the day. But once every week or two, you need to completely, using all of your fingers and all of your thumbs, go down now that was an integration shake. She is accepting the healing that has been offered. But I'm going over every part of her body, and I'm looking for lumps, because if you find a lump, you want to go to the vet. Now, I will say this about lumps. Do not ignore the lumps. They are not nearly as dangerous in your animals, in your pets, as they are in the humans in our lives. But they're still a lump. We have to deal with it. The other thing that you want to do is you want to look at the teeth and see if the teeth are clean. Now, I happen to know from a very good source that this lovely little creature has just been and gotten her teeth professionally cleaned, to the consternation of everyone around. But she does have gorgeous teeth, but we need to check and make sure. And you know, when you look in your pet's mouth, does it smell bad? If it smells bad, you need to go to the vet. Now, one thing I will say about vets in this area, there are a lot of wonderful vets. But one of the things that they do, and they all seem to do it, is they don't talk very much about your pet's teeth. When your animal, when your pet, your cat, your dog, your bunny rabbit, when the teeth are dirty, then they can have problems, they can break off, they can have abscesses, they can have all kinds of things. The teeth are much more important. This dog's teeth are much more important to her than my teeth are to me for the overall health of the body. When we ignore the teeth of an animal, then we set up injuries to the kidneys and the liver and the heart. It damages the organic part of the body. So, this is what the vet is saying. The vet is saying, I'm taking a chance. If you wise up and come in, I'll do the teeth. If you don't wise up and come in, then I get to do the liver and the kidneys and the heart. And I'll make a lot more money. That's really the bottom line right there. And I'm not being negative, I'm just being realistic. Okay, so here we are. We're going to go down the body. We're looking for lumps. We're looking for what I call hot spots. We're looking for, now see, I got back here, she's not happy. Okay, we're going to stay up here. You run your hands over the body. Run your hands over the body. If you feel a spot that is hot, that's a recent injury. And that is a recent injury, and there is blood going to that area, trying to heal that area. Now, if you run across a cold spot, that's an old injury because there's no blood going to that. So you're checking out the teeth. You're going to sniff the ears and see if you smell anything in the ears, because if your pet has ear problems, then you want to make sure that the ears get taken care of. And we're going to make sure we don't have any hot spots or cold spots. And we're checking to see if the nails need clipping. And we're looking to see if there are spots between the toes. And we have, okay, we're going off the coat now. She's still not happy with it. So she's not happy. So that's okay. My object in teaching this class, one of the goals, is to have a happy dog. So we are going to call this lesson to a halt. I am enjoying doing this massage very much, but I am inviting humans who are tuning in to this Canine Massage to check in to the YouTube channel and find other pets that are receiving massage, so that you can have a class. And if you do the massage, you will, after 2 or 3 classes, you're going to be good with this. This is not rocket science. It's not going to hurt your animal. You notice we're not giving a lot of deep, we're not going deep in, we're not bothering you. We are giving you a wonderful massage, and thank you very, very much. And thank you very, very much for tuning in to this YouTube channel. Let's Live with Thurman Greco.